Hi, I thought I would do a video and talk about tongue care. Tongue care is a very important part of oral hygiene. If you have teeth, if you don't have teeth, it's very, very important to make sure that you are cleaning your tongue. We have so much bacteria that lives in our mouths, and that bacteria settles into the grooves of our tongue. So it's very important to keep our tongues clean, no matter what. Teeth, no teeth, whatever. You need to keep your tongue clean. It's very, very important. As a denture wearer, you want to keep your tongue clean for a second reason, and that is for tasting what you're eating and drinking. The cleaner your tongue is, the better you are going to taste what you're eating and drinking. One of the issues that people have is tasting food because their hard palate's covered. Side note on that, hard palate has the least amount of taste buds and receptors in comparison to any other area on the palate. The soft palate has more taste buds than the hard palate, and the juncture in between the hard and soft palate has the most of the taste buds that are on the palate. We also have taste buds on our tongue, and we have taste buds and receptors on our cheeks, on our upper esophagus, and also on epiglottis. The epiglottis is that little flap of skin that prevents food and drink from going down your windpipe. So when you're talking, it's up, and you're breathing, so everything's going. But when you're eating and drinking, that flap closes so that you don't get anything going down your windpipe. And we have taste buds there too. So there's a whole bunch of taste buds in our mouth. They're not just on our tongue. They're not just on our palate. We have them everywhere. And keeping your tongue clean will help with tasting food. So it's very important to do it for that reason as well. What are our options in regards to cleaning our tongue? We can scrape our tongue, just scrape our tongue. But I do not know anyone who has ever scraped their tongue and walked away going, wow, my tongue feels super fresh. All a tongue scraper does is remove all that stuff from your tongue that is kind of on the surface of your tongue. It doesn't really get into the tongue. It removes just the surface stuff, which is great. It's because that's a lot of stuff, and it removes all the surface stuff. And then your other option is to just use a toothbrush, this is actually a Dr. B dental prosthetic and mouth brush, but it's the same thing as a toothbrush. It's a soft bristle brush, and you can use that to brush your tongue. The problem with using a toothbrush is that toothbrush is not designed to get into the grooves of your tongue. So again, it's more of just a surface clean when you use your toothbrush, but it's not a deep clean. There's also the tongue brush made by a company called Tongue, T-U-N-G. I also use their gel. And this is designed to get into those grooves of your tongue. The bristles are a little bit harder than a toothbrush, but not so hard that it's going to scrape or anything, going to hurt your tongue. It's not going to hurt your tongue. And it's gentle. And you just use that, and it gets into those grooves. And using that, you can use it with toothpaste, with the tongue gel. I just like to use this. I like the taste of it. It's not very overpowering at all. And so I use that. But you can use whatever paste you want and just clean your tongue. And these bristles gets that paste into those grooves. And your tongue feels very clean and refreshed, and you can feel it though. So that is my recommendation for anyone who wants to have a nice clean tongue, is to use the tongue brush. You don't have to use the tongue gel. I like it, so I use it. But this is definitely something though that I would recommend, is the tongue brush. And I would recommend it I'm trying to think of the words. I would recommend it along with tongue scraping. So scrape your tongue and then use the tongue brush, because scraping your tongue loosens all that stuff that's on your tongue. I do a tongue scrape and rinse, tongue scrape, rinse, then I brush my tongue, and then rinse and brush my tongue again. And my tongue feels nice and clean, which is what you want. You want to have a nice clean tongue. It'll help you taste your food, and it'll prevent you from getting thrush on your tongue. The cleaner that your tongue is, you don't have to worry about thrush on your tongue or any other issues that could pop up. So anyway, so that's what I recommend, is using the tongue brush. I'm going to go ahead and go. I'll talk to you later. Bye.